Welcome to the first episode of Unfiltered Opinions. This is Pittman. Today's episode will be about the super single. Quite frankly, I'm not really sure what that is, but we're going to discuss it today. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Right? Not the I've been single since the pandemic single, but the ones who've been kind of going solo since streaming was a thing, before Twitch. The one who's seen, three iPhones, two presidents, five different eyebrow trends. Them people. Those are my people. That's where I feel
God
home
damn.
at, right? But don't get it twisted. We do get offers. Okay. We're not dusty. We're not dry. We're just uninterested. Um, because at this point, if you ask me out on Tuesday and expect a date by Friday, sir, you're delusional. Okay. You're delusional. It just you can't think that. I need at least 2 to 3 months just to spiritually assess your energy, just to make sure I really like you for real. You know? And sometimes 6 to 12 months, if we really being honest with ourselves. That's
I
just
got
for
so
me.
many questions. I got so many questions. I
I'm
got,
just saying, I'm still working on me, and I'm still working on liking folks before they get on my nerves.
alright, so not
That's
even
all.
trying to cut you out because I, 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 I,
What got you?
I want to get into this conversation. I want to delve into this conversation. Excuse
hmm
me.
hmm hmm
I want to preface this by saying I love you, and I think we have the power to grow. All right.
Oh,
So,
Jesus Christ.
so,
Hold on, man. Let me get my life alert.
so, as
Ooh,
someone
wee.
who has been married for going on 5 years and a relationship longer than that, what is it that you feel like is the biggest problem with the dating pool
It's
today?
it's full of piss and bleach.
Come on, man. I'm
It's
being
it's
serious,
full.
man.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Because either he hiding the fact that he stayed with his baby mama, or he got a baby on the way and he got to prepare for a baby shower next month, or he looking for help. He ain't really looking for love. He just looking for you to sponsor his next game for the PlayStation. That's it. He don't want you for real, boo boo.
All right,
Or
so
or he's a serial dater.
break that down for me.
He's a serial dater. He just he
You
just
know, you
dates.
know, first of all, I'm old, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta,
Right, you're far removed.
yeah, I'm old and I'm out the loop, so you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Take me slow.
Yeah, okay,
Serial
okay.
data.
So a serial dater is someone who consistently just goes on dates with no goal of commitment. Like, you're not dating for marriage. You're not dating to even take anyone serious. You're just looking for somebody to accompany you on your next dinner date on Tuesdays. Like, that's it.
So,
You
so
out here
I,
wasting these folks' time, is what you're doing.
so let me give you some pushback. Wouldn't that be the
Oh,
same thing that
Lord.
they would say that you were doing if you said it take you 3 to 6 months to assess their energy, six to
Absolutely
12 months?
not.
Okay, correct me.
Absolutely
Come on.
not. And I'm going to tell you why. See, the difference between me and a serial dater, I'm not gonna go on no date with you, knowing I'm not ready for you at all. Because I just feel like, and this is just me, my personal opinion, before I even pop out with you and go in a public space, I have to be sure that I really like you, that I really want to be seen with you. We live in a small city, or I live in a small city, so
Yeah.
I'm liable to bump into anybody I know. Uh-uh.
See, I'm
Mm-mm.
thinking that you're saying that because people is crazy these days and you're worried about your safety when you're going out with these people. But
Sure,
you're
that
more so
too.
saying, oh,
All of it.
man, I can't take you serious, man. I'm
All
trying to have
of
a
it.
serious conversation.
Me
So,
too. Me too.
so, so, when did you realize that you were a super single? Like, when did that?
When did it hit me?
Yeah, like when did it wake up and
Um,
just slap you in the face? Like, what happened?
I think maybe about 2019, 2020.
That was 6 years ago, ain't you?
Yeah. I've been single since 2016, boo. This is this is what it is.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Now, when I say single, I mean not in a relationship. We talking about a relationship. We're not talking about situationships. We talking about street relationships. Like that's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. You have met my mom. You have met my dad. That type of thing, right? Something with
Oh,
commitment. That's
okay.
what I'm referring to.
So how are you navigating? Because I know you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I know you have kids. I know that 2016 is a long time from 2025. That's
Uh huh.
9 years.
Hmm.
How are you navigating through that essence of your life? That's a long time to not have any like serious form of companionship.
I've had friends. I've had friends. I think what happens is 20, 17, 2018, 2019. I think in my head, I just really at that time kind of knew like the type of man that I'm looking for, I'm not gonna find in our generation. Or
Ooh,
and
hold up.
I don't
Stop.
want to step on no toes right now.
Nope, 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 nope. Stop right here.
I'm just
Push the
saying.
pause button.
I'm just
Um,
saying.
Let me put this disclaimer out here. This is unfiltered opinion. If you are not ready to hear what is being said,
Yeah.
we would love to have you here, but you might want to find somewhere else to go, Playboy.
Yeah, yeah. Cause
All right.
or watch your toes. Cause either way, somebody
And
get
don't
hurt
sound
right
like
now.
I don't know if it's told you finna step on. You said a whole generation of men. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's at least 10 years of gentlemen that just got kicked out the boot, like without even a opportunity of having a conversation with you. So tell me about this generation of men. First of all, I'm sorry. What is the type of man that you're looking for, and why do you think you can't find that in this generation, our generation?
I'm very specific. What I like,
I
right?
mean, the good word say speak, ask for what you want and you'll get it. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah, nothing at all. And I want people
Speak.
to understand that there's a clear boundary between your standards and your preferences. My standards are you cannot smoke, right? If you have
Hmm.
kids, you must take care of your kids. You must be an active
Absolutely.
father. Big ups to the one that do, but you must be an active father. You
Ye-
also must have a good relationship with your mother because if you don't treat your mother right, you're not gonna treat me right.
You
Let's
ain't
just
said
keep it
nothing
book.
too crazy so far. I know. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those
You
are
ain't
just
said
my
nothing.
standards, right?
Yeah.
Have some morals about yourself. Have some education that kind of extends a little bit further than high school. I'm not asking for too much. I'm really not. Now my preferences, I prefer a 6 foot, dark skin, temp fade, I prefer one of those. But I have had my time wasted by the short kings. I have had my time wasted by the LeBrons. You chasing hoop dreams. I've had. Listen, I don't even know what to start because it's just it's really a lot. It,
Okay.
it really is.
So your standards and your preferences.
Hmm.
So preferences, I'm assuming, are negotiables, and your
Yeah,
standards are non-negotiables, correct?
right. You got it.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now I can come down on my preferences, right? However, he don't have to always be 6 foot. Sometimes I'll take him 5'10". I've tried. I've tried the 5'8", the 5'7". Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't for me. It was not for me at all. I just feel like no matter what, even if they're 6 feet or 5'7", just being completely honest, the amount of men who are so absorbed in themselves, y'all want to be treated like women. Not you, but some of these men in our generation, they want to be treated like the women, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not
So,
doing
so,
it.
so you saying these men, these new men out here giving bad bitch energy?
Definitely. Definitely. I don't know whether he need a 40-inch bust down or I need to take him to the nail shop to get him to jail. I don't know. But it's just really giving y'all want the roles reversed and y'all are ready to have the soft life. And we have to kind of step into that masculine energy. And I think that's something that I've done, over the years.
Ooh, see, we was doing so good. We was doing so good. We was getting somewhere. We was having a good
what,
conversation. And then you just turned left. Okay.
what, what happened? What
All
happened?
right, look, okay, okay.
Listen, I'm just saying,
So,
I'm emotionally exhausted. That's all.
and that's your right. You have the right to be that, right? Because
Hmm.
I empathize with you, but I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
One, because I don't understand this generation of men myself. That's a whole nother conversation for another day.
help your
But
people. Hmm.
I heard you say
Oh
that
Lord.
because these men are so feminine that it makes a woman have to step into masculine energy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't understand how by someone not fulfilling their role that changes your role.
Because you won't take out the trash, now I got to go take out the trash. That's just number
Is that,
one.
is that masculine energy or that household duty?
It could
You've
be
been,
seen
you,
as it really could be
hold on.
seen as both. But if you walk past that trash can and you see that it was full multiple times, and as a man, right, that it's your job
Absolutely.
traditionally, the roles
Mm-hmm. That's
is
what I believe,
yeah.
but you just stated, friend, auntie, cousin, what you want to be right now, that these men are giving bad bitch energy. So if they're giving bad bitch energy, bad bitches ain't taking out no trash if they ain't got to.
Okay, well let's do another example. I pull up to the gas station, you sit your ass on that passenger side, and you
That's
don't want to
crazy
get
work.
out. Yeah, you don't
That's
want to get
crazy
out and
work.
pump gas. Yeah, son, you are
So,
a itch, okay? Because I don't want to call a man a bitch, but you're an itch,
so
okay?
this is my perspective on that, right? I think, and I'm not trying to give these guys no bail, because like I said, I got my whole other problems that I got with these young men of these generation.
Hmm.
Uh, a lot of the time, these young men don't have a father or father figure in their life. Now, as a fully grown, functioning man, as an adult, at some point, that can't keep being your excuse.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm not giving these guys no bail at all.
Hmm.
But as a kid, I was brought up, you gonna open the door for your mama, you gonna hold the door for your mama. If you at the gas station with your mama, you gonna pump the gas for your mama so she don't have to stand out there and pump the gas. As a, these are things that my dad taught me and my brother growing up. So I can see why if that person never had that instilled into them at a
Hmm.
young age, that it could be a struggle for them growing up. Now, if you 30, 32, 33, you should have figured this out by now, bro.
Right. Like
So e-
let's say 25 and up. 25 and up.
even that's I feel like that's fair. You should have
Yeah.
figured this out by now. It's not hard to get out of pump the gas. That's just common courtesy. I don't want
Yeah.
my woman walking around smelling like gas all day. Hell, I don't even want to walk around smelling like gas all day. So I definitely don't want my queen walking around smelling like gas all day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Checking out the trash, I just feel like that's a common courtesy. For one trash thing, it's called trash for a reason. The way I want my house to look and smell, I don't want to come in the house and smell trash.
Thank you.
Now, on the flip side of that, that's something that I would feel obligated to do because this is my spouse, my wiz, this is my queen, this is my real. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For you, who has been single for 9 years and y'all are dating, do you feel like that man still is obligated to do these things for you?
Oh no. Now, you don't have to take out the trash if we're dating. First of all, you wouldn't be in my house. Number one. Let's
Okay,
start there.
come on through that. Come
Um,
with some logic. Thank
yeah, you wouldn't even be in my house. So I'm not expecting, Joe Blow, who I met 2 weeks ago, and we've been texting, having consistent communication. I'm not expecting him to come and take out my trash. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not even expecting him to ask me about my well being at all. or do I need anything?
Oh
I'm not
no,
asking.
that's a little crazy.
No,
That's a
I'm
little
not expecting
crazy.
it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks now. We gonna get there. Hold on. Stay with
Okay.
me. However, what I am expecting is we're 6 months in. We have been talking. I have been to your house. You have been to my house. If you see the trash or you see, I don't care if you see a bottle top on the floor, pick it up. Don't step over it. You see the trash full, pick it up. Go take it out. Simple things. Just simple things. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. You won't even do that. But then I'm expected to trust you to lead. You won't even
I
take out the
think
trash.
I think that's more so a character flaw than a man flaw though. Because if you see a bottle top on the floor and you just step over it, that's more so you just a
Yeah,
dirty person in my opinion.
yeah. That's just how you was raised.
Yeah, like you used to trash being on the floor. I get mad because I'll be walking through the house, I ain't got my contacts in, I step on it. Now my toe hurt. I get mad like by stuff like that. You know
Ooh,
what
you
I'm
hear me?
saying?
Don't play with my well being,
You
okay?
know what I'm saying? But I got big feet, stepped on the bottom count. Now my big toe hurt. I'm walking around for the next 2 days, walking and funny and limping. I'm already a big dude. It's, you know what I'm saying? I don't take no chance.
Yeah,
But
I feel it.
so what do you think is the biggest reason why you feel like you've been single for 9 years? Like outside of the dating pool having vinegar and pee in it.
Oh no, it ain't vinegar. That's too light. Bleach.
But
Put the acid
but
back
it,
in.
golly,
Put
boy, you
put
rough.
that strong acid back in. No, I honestly though, for real, seriously. I think it's really just me being emotionally exhausted. Um,
Mm, that's
I
it.
really, yeah, I really just feel like I'm just kind of used to being alone. That when
Mm,
something new kind of comes along, it kind of feels like a threat to my peace. You know, like you
mm.
don't come in disrupting my peace.
Oh,
I
this is
I
this
don't
is
want
so.
I don't want a partner. You're right. You know, I don't want a vibe. I'm not really checking for somebody to really build with. Um,
So I not to say I'm not gonna say no names. I had a cousin that was single off and on for about 16 years, right?
mm, hmm
And she recently just got married, like I want to say 2 years ago. Shout out to them and their relationship, they married, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we love
But
love.
for sure. But I remember asking her like, what is it that keeps her from settling down and being in a serious relationship? And she told me, she said, I've became comfortable with me, and it's
Hmm
safer for me to be comfortable with me than to allow someone else to come in and disrupt my comfort.
Yes. Oh, she stepped when she said it.
Right. And it hit me like I was like, dang, like that's deep. But
Mm.
then I'm a thinker, you know what I'm saying? So I think. So then I came back and I was like, what if you missing out on your blessing because you're so comfortable by yourself?
But let me pose it to you like this, not to always be
Hold
combative,
on,
because I know how much
hold on,
it can
no,
be.
no, 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 no.
Oh, I'm gonna let you cook.
But
Go
but
ahead. Go
but
ahead.
so because what I asked her is your response could be your truth, right?
Mm.
But it also could be a fear-based response.
Mm.
Let me tell you why.
Break it down. Come on.
If you got on the bicycle and you rode your bicycle for 15 years and you never fell off the bicycle, right?
Mm.
And one day you put somebody else on the back of your bicycle and y'all ride the bicycle together now, right? And you
Hmm
fall down, you scrape your knee and you say, I'm never going to let nobody else get on the back of my bicycle. Some people would say, well, that's smart. That's safe.
Yeah.
I would say you living in fear because you scraped your knee. You didn't die. You scraped your knee. You didn't bleed out. In fact, that scrape that you had on your knee, it healed
Mm,
16, 14 years ago.
mm.
You don't even know that you if outside of the memory, you don't even remember where you felt it because that scar is gone. Only thing you have is maybe a little small little piece of a little blemish on your skin. So are you operating in fear or do you feel like you're operating in I'm just comfortable in my safe space?
I think two things can be true. I really do. I feel like two things can be true in that instance. However, I think it's more so of it's just a comfort thing for me. Like
Hmm.
I'm real comfortable with being single, right? I like my routine. I know myself well at this point. I like my space. I like, waking up in my peace bubble with
Hmm.
nobody chewing next to me or asking me what's for breakfast, like I'm Waffle House. Like, I don't want anybody messing up my bathroom counter. Don't move my stuff. Don't I don't play about crumbs in my bed. Like, it's just a lot that comes with inviting someone into your space. And I think just on top of that, dating just don't feel exciting for me personally anymore. It just feels like, honestly, another job application.
Mm.
Like, what I've already put my resume into the auto field, and you still want me to go through and type this stuff in. It's too much work. Okay, it's a lot. It's just a lot, and I just can't. Not with this generation. I think, honestly, and it could be some things that I still need to work on myself, but I think our generation just needs to get out of thinking that it's something wrong with a person just because they're single, right? Or, oh, they must be hard to deal with. They single. Or, oh, she a hard time. She been single for so long. Don't nobody want her. Like, I think our generation really has to get out of that and stop pushing people on people. Like, like let them people rest in their singleness. No, I'm not undateable. I'm just unavailable for anything that doesn't feel like proper alignment at this time. That's all. That's it for me.
That's deep.
Just a little bit. I would just rather go to sleep alone than feel lonely next to the wrong person. For me,
I
it's
mean,
just
that's
too
true.
many. It's too many downsides to. And I hate that I've gotten like this, but it's too many downsides to be in a relationship right now. Like, mm-mm.
I mean, but I just feel like you would be being disingenuous if you didn't talk about the other side of that coin too, though.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Listen, like I told you, I still love love, right? I still want the marriage. I still want, to date, fall in love, the whole fairy tale wedding. I want all of that, right? However,
That shit expensive. My bad. Go. It's my bad. Go ahead.
right, it definitely courthouse me.
And
But listen, that's the way to go. But I really just I don't know. It's gonna take a lot for me to really just be like, you know what? I'm ready to start dating right now. I'm ready to give up my peace, or found someone that's amazing who doesn't allow me to sacrifice my peace, who doesn't disturb my peace, who comes in and makes everything feel amazing. Like, until I find that,
but
mm-mm, mm-mm.
how do you know you found that if you're always so cautious? Like you're basically going into this situation with the ideology of this shit probably fixing to go bad. So I mean, and this, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. You're going into most of
Yeah.
these situations like this is probably gonna go bad. I, I have to protect myself and my peace. And I could be completely wrong, but that's what I get out of the conversation that I've had with you prior to, I mean, even this conversation. If
Let's not.
yeah, I caught it. I'm with you.
I don't know. I honestly just feel like there's no way for me to, especially in these times, and not just to keep blaming our generation, but there's no way to properly date without being cautious. There's no proper way to date without thinking,
Mm,
this nigga could chop me up and put me in his trunk at any time.
it's it's
Like
really
I'm scared. I ain't gonna hold you.
that's bad. That is bad.
I ain't gonna hold you. And then men are so, and don't get me wrong, black men, we appreciate you guys sharing your attraction, right? But doing so respectfully. But I think that's what's missing in our generation. These men these days, they still doing a bird call. They even take offense if you're not attracted to them and they're attracted to you. So you just really have to move kind of carefully with our generation. You can't. I'm not allowed to say I'm not feeling you, or no, you can't have my number. I got to download a app and give you that number just so I can make sure, hey, I'm gonna call you when I get in the car, just so you know, like, it's me. Like, okay, can I go safely? You're not gonna try to shoot me or nothing, right? Okay.
I mean, I
Um,
definitely have heard and seen the stories of stuff like that happening. It's just, I guess for me, it's more so like, is that the norm or is it a anomaly? And from basing it off of what you're saying, it sounds more like the norm because
I think it
you
is.
go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because when I can only speak for the people that I know. And the people that I know, I don't believe that they're operating that way. I've never seen them operate in that manner around me. Now, maybe that's because I demand a certain level of truth and energy around me, but nothing about me would make people believe that um like I'm not I'm very I'm all for protecting women. And that's because women deserve to be protected.
Right, right.
But I also just feel like it'll be being disingenuous if we didn't also point out the opposite side of these things. So I don't think for a second that you have a problem finding a guy or finding someone who's attractive to you or finding a guy that finds you attractive. I don't think that. I would just
Well,
wonder,
hard, but I'm sorry. Go
you funny man. My I
ahead.
guess I guess my question is this:
hmm
at what point is it so like you have male friends?
Yeah, I got quite a few.
Is it ever a time when you look at them, you be like, I wonder if I missed out on my person?
Mm-mm.
You think he's still out there?
I honestly believe he's still like not again. It's great people in the state of Georgia, but I really don't believe my husband in the state of Georgia. I'm not saying I hate to just I hate to down the whole state, but I really just feel like it's gonna take somebody special for real to make me just really just come back out and be like, you know what, I'm about to start dating again, or I really like this person. Now I like people, don't get me wrong, but to actually just be like, you know what, I really like this person. Like all guards are down, all bets are off. The caution sign has lowered. I really like this
Yeah,
person.
I
I
ain't gonna
really
lie
want to
to
give
you.
this a shot. I don't see that for me in Georgia. Not with anybody I done meet. Like mm-mm.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The day you come and tell me that you dating somebody, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. I'm gonna be
keep
like,
keep
where
praying.
he came from?
You best believe they was imported. Okay,
I'm like, what? I'm like, where he came from?
he
Because
flew here. He did not go.
I just want to know.
I really, but for real, I honestly think, and let me take that back because my husband could be listening to this, and I just, never know. But,
I mean, he
um,
definitely could be, but I mean,
but come
that's
on,
your truth
because
right
at
now.
this point, what's taking you so long? But, I just think you have to get to a point, I guess, within yourself to where you're really just honestly ready. Like, I feel like I've healed all I need to heal, right? I feel
Hmm.
like the mindset that I have, it doesn't match our generation. Because it's a lot that I just really don't agree with. It's a lot that I, do agree with, but it's a lot that I don't agree with. And I really just feel like it's impossible to really just take someone serious in this generation too. Um, like, yeah, you telling me your feelings. Yeah, you expressing yourself. But how I know not to call you cap in the next 2 weeks? Or you ain't gonna fold? Like, what? I might get real comfortable around you, and then now you scared. What happened? I thought you liked me. What happened? I thought, I thought you was feeling me. I thought you wanted to date.
But
So
see, that's even that, even in that statement, you hit a fear, you hit a trauma.
my comfort is my trauma. Then, and that's the case because why can't I be
I mean,
myself around?
that could be it though. Like whether we realize it or not, sometimes being too comfortable can be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed, and this is just my opinion, have you noticed that most times if you're too comfortable with a person, you let your guard down, you start paying attention to your surroundings?
Yeah. And that's what I want. I want to be able to leave my mind at home and we go outside.
Yeah,
I
nah,
want to be
see
able
that,
to
but
trust. Well, when I say that, I
I
mean in a sense of I want to be able to trust him. Like, oh, okay, I
I feel
know
what you're
he would
saying.
not let anything happen. He got me. He
Yeah,
gonna be a
my
gentleman. All
for sure. My wife do that, and I hate it
that. Why?
because like, why are you not paying attention to what's going on?
Because we're safe. You've already given us that room to feel like we're safe. You've already lowered down our walls. We've been probably in that situation with you multiple times to where now it's why what I need it for? I'm gonna leave that at home. You know, my man got me.
Nah, I need you to be aware because I might be slipping on myself.
Mm, okay, okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, like I might be asleep. And now because you're not paying attention to your surroundings, we get shot. Boom. Now we
I,
dead.
now, don't get me wrong. I think, of course, we've taken our mind with us if it's that case, if we're ever in that instance where
Mm,
it's safety. However, I'm still secure enough to know my man got me. Like, I ain't got a care in this world. I'm walking down the street, and let's just say we in the safest environment. I'm walking down the street.
hmm.
I ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm with my
See, I
man.
don't.
Nothing else in the world matters right now.
When I tell you, I really don't like that. And I mean, and that's just me as a
Hmm.
person, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm so cautious of environments and situations like that.
Yeah.
And the
Hmm.
reason is being is just because like people is crazy, bro.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So imagine what it's like. You're married, right? Imagine what
Yep.
it's like for single people. If you saying you're married and people are crazy. Listen, these people are foolish. Why would I want to involve myself with that?
I mean, but I feel what you're saying, truthfully. But in your particular situation, you haven't found your person yet.
It don't look like I'm gonna find. What's the
But
steps
see,
to find?
but
I
see,
find.
you can't feel like that either, though. You
Why?
can't be going because what reason would you have to feel like you're not gonna find?
He came yet. Shit, the last 9 years is the the
I
last
mean,
9 years is the
but
reason.
but
What
if
you mean?
but if we be honest though,
Oh, here we go.
like
What's up?
now I'm saying like if we be honest, you might have been blocking that in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Mm-mm.
That
I'm
ain't
really
possible.
now. I'm really thinking back, like just honestly thinking back. No, I'm just saying that could be possible, but that's not something that I feel like I have done. Only because when I'm thinking about past situationships, mm-mm,
It is no way possible.
hell no, absolutely not, absolutely not. And I think that that's actually, ooh, I don't want to put that out, but I think it's really it boils down to me being comfortable. Like I have gotten so content with being single where I probably have, let's just say hypothetically, I probably have overlooked my husband or I probably have turned my husband away, right?
Hmm.
But if that's my husband, right? And if we're faith based,
You finna say something foolish. I know you finna say something foolish.
I'm just saying if that's my husband, should he not still be trying to come on now, like you should still be trying to approach me. My no should mean nothing to you if you're my husband, right?
That's
If
that's that's unrealistic
how so?
because I put it to you like this. Most times women say they want, like you just said yourself,
Hmm.
that it's unsafe. So your no should mean your no,
Right.
right? So if this man that claims to love you is supposed to be your husband and you said no to him, wouldn't that be the opposite of what you just said that you want? So this is what I be saying about women, right?
Wait a minute.
Women women are walking contradictions.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna
Okay,
tell you
tell me,
why I said that. Let
prove
me
me, prove
let
me
me
wrong.
let me give you some backstory, right? So I said that because let's just say out of the past situationships, right?
Hmm.
And over the course of the last 9 years, there's been maybe three or four, give or take.
Hmm.
Um, that's 9 years. Now my situationships they hit a little different, right?
Hmm.
Um, we normally be entangled for a good minute.
Entangled. Okay,
We've
Taylor.
been entangled, yeah. We be entangled for a good year, two, three. So if you were my husband, would you
You
not have
said year
taken,
two or three.
you
Golly.
okay, so it's
What are
never
we
been 3 years, but it's definitely been, some
what are we
3 years.
doing? Why y'all ain't progress this situation?
Because let me get around to that.
Okay.
Remember I said I'm already comfortable with being single, right?
Hmm.
So if I'm approaching this situationship where, let's just say it's based on solely being transactional, right?
Hmm.
Um, and that's it. That's it. Like, we
Hmm.
don't have no emotions here. Your emotions are not allowed to come into my household. My emotions are not allowed to come into your household, type thing, right?
Ew. Why are you talking? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
saying.
My bad. My bad.
I'm just saying, like, no
I
emotions.
gotta
Like, you're
stop
not
it. I
allowed to.
gotta stop projecting. I gotta stop projecting
You're
my
not allowed to have emotions in this. If I know we're just a situationship, like if that's how I'm approaching it. Now, what happens is, of course, because humans are emotional beings,
hmm
um, down the line, months go by, 6, 7, 8 months go by, and oh, now somebody has caught feelings. Well, I told you
hmm
when we started these, I didn't want. I didn't. That's not what I want.
hmm
I'm not trying to go there with nobody. And if you snap off the handle at me, right,
hmm
you can't get mad because I've already prefaced this situationship as being what it is. So if
Right.
you were technically, let's just say, my husband, you know, if you were
Uh-huh.
supposed to be my husband,
Yep.
would you not have approached that conversation first? Would you not have said, okay, well, look, Sin, this is how I'm feeling, or I've developed emotions for you, and I think we could, take this further. Would you not have tried to at least be the man in the situation and say, hmm, let's see something
But
different?
so this is the thing, right? As the man, he respected your wishes. So if you came to me and you told me that you didn't have no feelings for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, I have feelings for you, what does that do for that man?
You're right. You're right. I can see the disconnect there. I can see the disconnect there.
And I'm not saying
But
this because I'm,
you stayed though. Like you continued
yes, you want to know why I say?
because you
Because I
hope
have
that.
feelings for you.
But in hopes, listen, in hopes that one day maybe she'll feel the same about me as well, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
That's
But
not the
guess what?
case.
But guess what? If I tell you that I have these feelings for you, what changes?
You never know.
Nothing. If it didn't change in 2.5, 3 years, me telling you I got feelings for you is not gonna change it.
Mm.
And
But
that's
again,
why I said, but this is the difference between the man's brain and the woman's brain. The woman wants this man to come and tell her about these feelings for you, and this might change if you come to me and you express to me how you feel. And the
yeah,
man,
because
like,
y'all sit there
if
and
you,
y'all hold it in so it be over with.
yeah, and then the man is like, if you don't have feelings for me now, what does me telling you I got feelings for you gonna change?
Mm. Mm. Okay. So like I said, I might have been wrong. I probably fumbled, a man or two.
And that's
Never
okay.
three, but but a man or
Yes.
two. I've definitely probably fumbled a man or two.
And
Um,
that's okay, but that's okay. So,
yeah,
so even that is growth to be able to be like, look at something, listen at something from a different perspective and be like, you know what? You might be right.
for sure, for sure.
Like
I
that's
think
that's growth.
yeah, and you know what? It never really hit me like that until I really just sat and just thought about it that way.
Like that doesn't make
Hmm.
sense. Like even logically speaking, it doesn't make sense. Me telling you, hey, like I know you said we was going into this situation with no feelings attached, but even though you don't have no feelings for me, I want you to know I got feelings for you.
Okay, so remember you said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take this another situationship, right?
Talk to
Um,
me.
and this was 2020 to I'm talking about October 2020 to like February 2024. That's how accurate. Baby got them dates
Golly.
together. Okay,
There, there,
this is
there
a
might
long
be this
time,
might be
right?
some trauma. There might be some trauma right here, friend.
And you know what? It might be. Let's heal tonight, okay? It might be. However, but from 2020 to 2024, right? We start off, no emotions, no emotions, no emotions.
Hmm.
By and keep in mind, we are both nonchalant people. So even if we were,
That's never good.
yeah, ever. And he's a Scorpio. Not that it really matters, but he's a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn.
Ooh, that's another conversation.
Yeah. So you can imagine the type of deal was I was fighting. But so he took he took a few months or whatever to be like, hey, I want to explore dating. I want us to date, right?
Oh, he came and told you that he wanted to explore that?
Yeah, this was February. Of might have been like I said, situation started October 2020. Um,
Hmm.
this was February 2021 or two. Sorry, 21 or 22. So, at this point now we have evolved. We're going on vacation, right?
Oh, y'all went on vacations together?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
we're
that's big.
we're going
That's
on road trips, right? But keep in mind,
yeah.
you're not mine, right? I'm not yours,
If we
but
going on vacations, we something.
right, you would think that, right?
I ain't taking
No,
did nobody on no vacation. I ain't.
well, that was, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think I have really kind of put myself into these unhealthy situations as well. So I'm partially to blame. I'm not, just placing the fault on the man, but
Look at this
um,
honesty. I love this honesty. Go ahead.
I love that for me.
I love that.
But we end up going on this vacation, right? February. By
So by this time, you would develop feelings for this person, correct?
yeah, yeah. By that time, yeah, they're there. But again, comfortable me is not gonna let you know how I feel, and that's also
That's
maybe
toxic.
a trauma response. Not
Yes,
damn,
that's
not
toxic.
toxic.
That's
Golly,
toxic. I'm gonna
why
tell,
it
but
can't
I'm
be
gonna tell
trauma?
you.
Why not? No, why don't dress it up? Why can't it be trauma based? Because maybe I've overshared in the past and didn't feel comfortable sharing.
The reason I say it's toxic is because you're in a situation where you're literally refusing to disclose your emotions based on what you believe is safe for you to do without regarding anything that this person may or may not feel.
Well, you couldn't be feeling much if you was out having a baby, right?
You don't have to have. Okay, so
Away.
let me ask you this then.
I ain't turn him away. I ain't turn him away. Not recently. Now, if you ask me about, relationships, probably.
So
I think that
I'm
the
just
two
trying to go ahead.
oh I think the two that I have been in, I think maybe that's them two could have been my husband. I've also been engaged. That first one
Really?
probably could have, yeah, that could have been my husband. However, I had a problem with my pride back in the day, It just is what it is. I had a problem with my pride, and I was shut down. Oh Lord, thank God for growth.
Have
Um,
you spoken to this person since?
well, he actually died, so
I'm
no,
sorry to hear that.
oh no, he's good. But yeah, long run.
Yeah, I feel you.
So having preferences is not delusion, and having boundaries ain't a crime. It just sometimes you just know that you deserve to be treated with care. Consistency, growth, respect. We deserve to go somewhere. We don't deserve to stay your girlfriend for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I got a strict rule about that too, though. But yeah, because I'm not gonna be nobody girlfriend for more than a year. Absolutely not.
It's crazy that you said that. So you know how like when people pass away, they put into their obituary
Special
like
friend.
special friend. Bruh, my wife said something to me like that. That jump was so funny to me. She was like, we need to go and figure out what we're gonna do because if if you die, something happened to you and they put in as your special friend, I'm gonna lose my I was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's something we cannot go for. Absolutely not. And she was well within her right. The super single need to change about themselves.
I just think it'll be more so about what's your it's about understanding who you are as a person.
Hmm.
So I just so then I don't meet let me find the words. Being a quote unquote super single is a term that I haven't heard before. this conversation.
You basically said sin now. Cut the crowd.
I'm
Cause what's
just, I'm
what's a
just,
super single? What is
yeah,
that?
because I was confused. I was confusion.
I'm for real.
But,
So those are those people that have really been single for years.
but even with that though, right?
Hmm.
When you focus in on that and you hone in on like somebody like you already have said and told why it is that you're single. Like you said it already, you know what I'm saying? Like you already know what your ups and downs is, your flaws, all this stuff. Like
Hmm.
I've heard you be accountable and express what you feel like your issues may be.
Right, right.
It would more so to be able to be willing to allow someone into that space that you built for yourself. And that's gonna be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be extremely difficult actually.
Well, we out,
Well,
y'all.
in closing, if we offended you or stepped on your toes, we either sorry or you're welcome. This is Unfiltered Opinions, and we out.